Hemophilia is one of the most common coagulopathy, and this is the disease where there is the deficiency in factor 8 or factor 9. Now, before going into detail, let me tell you what is hemophilia. Hemophilia is basically an X-linked recessive disorder in which what happens that there is the deficiency of these factors, or either these factors are dysfunctional, that leads to excessive bleeding in the patient, even from a minor cut or even from any kind of tissue injury or endothelial intravascular injury. Now, let's see through this animation that what is basically hemophilia, or what happens in case of hemophilia. In a normal person, you can see here in this diagram, this is the blood vessel, and this is the normal blood vessel. All the cells and coagulation factors, platelets, they are present in the blood vessels. But whenever there is any injury, that may lead to the bleeding. Means that the blood flow out of that vessel, and whenever there is any endothelial injury, you know that our coagulation system is activated, platelets are activated, and as soon as possible there is the formation of a blood clot, and that blood clot seals that site of injury, and the bleeding stops. But in case of the patient who is suffering from hemophilia, what happens that the factors that are very important for coagulation, they are not present. As a result, what happens that the platelets are not activated, the normal coagulation process doesn't take place, and the bleeding goes on. And sometimes it is very difficult to stop the bleeding, even from either from minor cut or it is any tissue injury. In both of the cases, it is very difficult to stop the bleeding, and if in more severe cases, patient can also die from this disease as well. If we talk about the cause of hemophilia, it can be inherited. In most of the cases, it is the inherited disease, and it runs in the genes. And it is also known as an ancient disease, as it's known from centuries or from years, and it runs down in family. And most of the cases, it is recessive in case of the females. In females, it only expresses when both of the X genes are dominant, then the female presents the symptoms. Now, there can be the two types of the hemophilia. Either it can be hemophilia A or hemophilia B. If we discuss about the symptoms of both of these types, in their presentation, both of the conditions are almost same, but the underlying defect or the cause is different in both of the types. Like in hemophilia A, there is the deficiency of the factor 8, whereas in case of the hemophilia B, there is the deficiency of the factor 9. So the underlying cause, or the main component that is deficient or impaired, it is different in both of the types, that makes them distinguish from one another. If we compare both the types of the hemophilia A and the hemophilia B, the hemophilia A and the hemophilia B, both of the conditions, they are X-linked recessive, and that's also mean that in most of the females, this disease can be recessive and can express in the males of his further generation. In case of the hemophilia A, as there is a deficiency of the factor A, mostly the gene that is defected is F8, and in case of the hemophilia, that is the gene F9. In hemophilia A, the mutations that can be involved, there can be either deletion, insertion, point mutation can also be there. So it varies from case to case that what is the type of the mutation that is involved in an individual.